on the scores table, brought back in play, and the Badgers get a free ball. Hilly to Redke. Dana with a huge right hand, straight down to the court on Dayton's side, 4-3 Wisconsin.
Initially, great dig by Dayton's Collins, the libero. But then the next time Redke came through, and it looks like Wisconsin's really emphasizing the middle attack. And this time it was Redke pounding it down, wrist away.
Back-to-back matches against Dayton here this weekend at the Fieldhouse. Wisconsin 5-0 all-time against the Flyers after last night's win. Served by Ashburn has Dayton out of system. Almodovar goes up and over the block and long. There's the 5'8" outside hitter for Dayton with the hitting error. Second of the match for the Flyers. It's 5-3.
Not the hitting error. It sounds like they caught the top of the block. I didn't see a line judge call it. Maybe the up official called it. Dayton's got the ball.
Dayton's got the points. Not 5-3. It's 4-4 now. Ashburn was back there ready to serve. Chiuta pops it forward. Slide. Redke off the top of the block. Saved. Dayton. Back row attack. Sending Barnes to the floor, but she kept it alive. To the left. Loberg with the roll shot. Diving right-handed save by Peterson, and then the swing by Swink goes long. Hitting error by Dayton, and it's a 5-4 lead.
One thing looking at the stats from last night is Dayton's right side Swink only got 2 attempts, period, the whole match, 3 sets. And I think that was part of the process here of trying to go to her early, try to get a little offense out of that spot. But she hit that one out of bounds.
Here's Jocelyn Boyer. Back to serve from Downers Grove, Illinois. And she goes to the left back and she aces Peterson. Had 2 aces last night, and Boyer has just been great behind the service line for the Badgers so far this year.
Yeah, they've really been going at Peterson all they can yesterday and today. And that time she shanked it up for him, way out of bounds.
That's a total of 6 service aces. Now in the 4th match of the year to Collins, who moves it forward with the pass. Right side Swink and wide. So they get Swink again on the right and a hitting error.
Yeah, that was a bad set. It just went 3 or 4 feet outside the antenna and she couldn't keep it in. But again, that's the confidence between the setter and the attacker. If she makes a bunch of errors, she's not going to keep going to her.
Here's Boyer back to serve. She'll send it at Collins, who goes up front to the left. Almodovar got it right off the Badger block. Almost looked like a block by the Badgers, but it goes down the front of the block. Point Dayton.
Yeah, Ricky coming from the middle, kind of faced the hitter a little, pulled her right shoulder off the net. That's all she needed. Almodovar got it down her front and to the Dayton kill.
Here's Swink. Back row to the Badgers. Right side. There's Redke down the line. Dana with another powerful right-handed kill. As the Badgers 6'8" middle makes it an 8-5 Wisconsin lead.
And going against a 5'8" left side blocker, they'll do that all day if they can. It was a nice swing down the line by Redke.
Here's Barnes back to serve for Wisconsin. Had that streak of 10 straight matches dating back to last season with double-figure digs snapped last night. Almodovar got the corner right in front of the Badgers bench.
And you can't hit that more perfectly on the line in the corner, deep cross court than she just did.
Now she steps back to serve with Wisconsin holding on to a 2-point lead. You know, last night the Badgers looked great in the first set, 25-13 against this Dayton team. Boyer serve receive, funnels it up front, right side for Hart, and she'll take care of the rest with the right hand swat.
This time Dayton tried to hide Almodovar in the middle and kept Moore on the right side of the middle blocker, blocking on the left side against the slide. But then Almodovar never got out there to help at all, so it was a one-on-one and a score for the Badgers.
Here's Hilly to the right back. Dayton attacks from the right pin, and that one goes wide. A hitting error by the Flyers on the right. 10-6. Wisconsin has a 4-point lead.
Well, they're calling it's Dayton's ball. Again.
Another touch called up front.
I think a tiny touch at the net. No Badgers are complaining about it.
Second time we've seen that already here in this first set, so it's 9-7 Wisconsin. Here's Papish. Here's Boyer, pops it up front. Hilly gets it over to Demps on the right side, and Demps crushes one deep back row for a kill. It's Hilly to Demps, and it's 10-7 the UW.
Yeah, nice to see her swinging from the right side. Usually you see her on the left, and in this serve-receive rotation, she just took a nice swing there. Hilly went to her, nice deep line shot.
19 attack attempts last night for Demps. 8 kills and a .263 hitting percentage. Now Chiuta will step back behind the service line for Wisconsin. Sends it to the back middle at Almodovar. Setup goes to Peterson, tries cross court again and goes wide.
Yeah, she tried to beat the ball cross court hard inside, and she just hit a sailing ball, no spin on it, so no topspin, brought it down to the court, just went flying out of bounds towards the Badger bench.
First set here in Madison. The Badgers hitting 444, Dayton hitting 154 as a team offensively, and it's Wisconsin up by a score of 11-7. Back at Wisconsin, looking for another ace here tonight. Boyer already has one. Tap by Almodovar. Good tap, flying in from the back row. She got it inside the 3-meter line.
I love her. She's just crafty. She just, sometimes she'll bang it, sometimes she'll just off-speed shot it at the right times. That's a back row attack on the pipe. Over a double block, just soft, 8-foot line perfectly. No defender could get it.
Here's Sant. Standing float to Chivita. Perfect pass to Hilly. A three-pointer down to the right side, and Robinson goes wide, and she knew she missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, it looked like she had the line, but Peterson took it pretty well, and when she avoided Peterson, she missed the sideline.
Here's Sant, the redshirt sophomore setter. Going to Barnes. Hilly has to chase it down in the back row, but sets it over to Loberg as she leans in and tips it over the block, but it's dug out. Dayton from the left side. That's off Barnes. It hits the net and it falls out of bounds. Almost something that could have kept alive there for the Badgers.
Yeah, Dayton was down 4, and here they are down 1 point, and they're waking up again like they did in the third last night, and Peterson really hasn't even gotten going offensively yet.
11-10. Wisconsin up by 1. From the far side corner, Barnes guides it up front. Right side, there's Hart. And she got the touch, and she got the kill.
Yeah, she just glanced it off Peterson's left arm down the line, so nice shot.
12-10 Wisconsin lead. Now Hart will serve. And Almodovar, high pass off to the right. And now it's just going to be a free ball to Wisconsin. To Hart, to Hilly, to Retke, touches the block, but it's picked up back row by Dayton near the net. One-hand set, and there is Yates getting it for Dayton.
Wow, somehow that worked out for Dayton. Initially, in the first part of the rally, the setter set nobody on the right back. They had to give a free ball to the Badgers, but then they had a nice block at the net, slowed it down, but almost overpassed it. Setter got it with one hand, the middle. Nice touch off the block and down to the right.
1 point lead for Wisconsin. Chivita overpass on serve receive, and Dayton takes care of the rest. It was Swink getting her hands on the volleyball.
Yeah, this is that nasty serve by Peterson, and Chivita's having a little trouble. They're kind of trying to encourage her, but she's the one set right in the middle of the court who's going to play a lot of these balls.
Chivita down low in the back middle on serve receive. Good pass left side, Loberg, cut shot down. Off that feed from Chivita to Hilly.
Yeah, Chivita came back that time with a perfect pass, put it right on the money. Quick fake in the middle, held a Dayton middle blocker, then a one-on-one to the outside. Hilly, nice set over the top. A nice score by Loberg.
Here's the junior Izzy Ashburn from Dayton, Minnesota with an ace right out. Almodovar on the left back. It's an ace for Izzy.
Man, Almodovar does not get ace much, and she just zinged it right by her, just shanked it off her arm. Great serve by Izzy.
That is the second Wisconsin ace tonight. This one again at Almodovar. Pass all the way to the right sideline. Swink with the tip. Barnes with the pancake save. Left side, Loberg. Dug out back row by Dayton. Overpass. Here comes Wisconsin. Hilly to Loberg, and she gets it right past Peterson in the back row. It's a kill. It's 15-12.
Now the Dayton middle blocker Yates had to follow Retke behind, and once she did that, Hilly was just smart enough to throw it forward, a one-on-one for Loberg, and a nice swing and a kill, deep line.
Ashburn goes to the right sideline with her serve. Almodovar flies in and got stuff blocked by Wisconsin. The Badgers put up that Wisconsin wall and make it a 16-12 lead.
Yeah, one of the rare times they stopped her. She's actually, before that, had 4 kills, no errors. That's her first error. Ball dropped inside a little bit. She seemed like she was hanging, waiting for that, and didn't get a good swing. Nice block by Retke.
Badgers get the block on the Flyers. Timeout by Dayton. 16-12 in the first set. Wisconsin leads the Dayton Flyers. We'll be back after this. You are listening to Wisconsin Badger Volleyball. Wisconsin's on a 4-0 scoring run, and they lead Dayton by 4. It's 16-12 here in set number 1. The Badgers out of the Big Ten. Dayton comes from the A-10, where last season they went 14-2, won the A-10 at 8-1. Made the NCAA tournament, but lost to Washington in the second round. Year before that, lost in the first round to Marquette, so the Dayton team that dominates the A-10. And so far, playing pretty well in the first set against the Big Ten's Badgers. The reigning conference champions, two-time reigning conference champs. Here's Aspirin. Goes to Almodovar on the left back. Dayton will force a bump set over to the left. Almodovar gets it down the line, up and over the block. Just kind of an off-speed shot.
Yep, it was a perfect off-speed shot down the line. Just exactly the shot she needed for that moment because the block was there waiting for her. She saw a little line, put it to deep corner, got the score.
Collins goes at Barnes, sticks it up front to Hilly with the pass. Left side, Loberg touched the block, and it's saved back row by the Flyers. Bump set to Almodovar, and that time did not get it past Wisconsin. And 6'8" Dana Redke and her teammate Sydney Hilly.
Yeah, Redke put that one straight down on the block. Almodovar is kind of laughing at herself for swinging that hard right at the meat of the block, and she paid the price for that one.
17-13 is your score with Wisconsin up by a point. 4 blocks last night for Redke. She's got 2 in this first set to go along with 2 kills. The serve by Boyer has Dayton out of system, and Swink got it to drop, but she hits outside the antenna on the right. So it's a point to the Badgers.
Yeah, it's another error by the right side who struggled last night. Now Coach Horsman's taking her out, making an adjustment there. Van Lannen is coming in on the right side. Redshirt junior.
Here's
from
Boyer.
Appleton, Wisconsin.
From Appleton, Wisconsin, that's right. Here's the serve back row at the Flyers. Sant goes to Almodovar. Barnes with the dig, but it goes over. It's an overpass. Here's Sant, quick set in the middle. Big slap there by the Flyers. Badgers find it, and then on the left side, Demps gets the kill down the line. 19-13, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Boyer from the middle back had a back bump set that ball to the outside to Demps, and Demps got up there. Didn't hesitate at all, took a swing, little chop shot down the line.
Here's Boyer. The starting libero for Iowa last season, and she'll serve to the back middle. Shoot set in the center. Slapped at, and a whistle, and a lip called against Dayton. It was tapped over in the middle by Moore, but it'll be a point to the Badgers.
Yeah, they're calling a throw, and you can't misdirect with the ball or keep it on your hand too long, and that was something in the Olympics that I think was let go a lot more than they're going to do in the college game.
4-0 Wisconsin scoring run. Here's Boyer, floats one deep. Peterson's pass goes way off to the right. Bump set by the libero Collins. Tap Almodovar, waiting for it Ashburn. Hilly, setter, dump with the left hand, off the defense, down to the floor. It's a point for Wisconsin, and it's a kill for Hilly, 21-13.
And this point surge is coming off the serves for Wisconsin. Not all aces, but the ones where they're struggling. Dayton struggling with the pass and having to set to the outside, maybe a non-setter setting the ball, and the Badgers block knows where it is.
How about a 5-0 Wisconsin run now as Boyer tossed into the air with the right hand down the right sideline. It's stopped by Hawken. Now here's a bump set over to the left side. Almodovar with the fastball right in front of Boyer in the back row. She can really change up that shot, can't she? 21-14.
And there wasn't much of a seam between Redke and Hilly, but she found it and put it down.
That's 6 kills, a match high for Almodovar. She's hitting 400. Dayton will have some substitutions. Last night, Almodovar goes for 10 kills off 23 attack attempts and hits 217. And now Dayton steps back to serve. It's Anna Wench, the redshirt freshman from Indy. So go at Barnes, funnels it up ahead. Tight pass, one hand set up from Hilly over to Redke on the right pin. And Dana delivers a kill, 22-14.
Yeah, tight pass, but Hilly did a nice job with a one-hand back set to Redke on the slide with a one-on-one kill against Almodovar over there.
Redke to the bench right now. Nice match for her. 3 kills off 4 swings here in the first. Barnes goes to the left back. Sant tries the setter dump. Hart deflected, and it's picked up by Hilly. Now Ashburn sets the dumps down the line. It's touched once, twice, and it's going to drop down near the Dayton bench. And that'll be a point for Wisconsin, and now the Badgers are 2 away from an opening set victory.
That was nice defense by Hart at the net. She kept her hands high as the setter went up on a tight ball, and as the setter dumped it, she popped it back up to her teammates, and they were able to run that offense.
Barnes goes to the far side corner. Sant, sideline to sideline set. How about that shot by Almodovar? She came running in. Badgers dig it out. Demps goes right at Collins, and Dayton digs it out. Now over the triple block, Wisconsin digs it out back row, running slide. There is Hart, here's a save. Dayton has it, left side Almodovar, punches it at Boyer, who falls to her left with the save. And a hard smash by Hart, and it's stopped by the Flyers. Almodovar tips over the block, saved by Ashburn, overpass. The dunk is stopped by Barnes for a split second before it falls down. The rally goes to Dayton, but the fans appreciate the effort here in Madison.
Yeah, on both sides, been a great defense on both sides, great hustle, rally back and forth a number of times across the net. Dayton came away with it that time, but it was good volleyball.
There was Moore getting the last kill there for the Dayton Flyers. And now Almodovar comes back to serve, 23-15. Wisconsin has the lead. Flyers going right to left. Out of bounds, 24-15. Set point now for Wisconsin.
Yeah, that one really sailed on Almodovar. You know, these floaters sometimes they can take off, sometimes they can drop, go side to side, but if they take off and sail, it's going to go long out of bounds.
Here's Hilly. Flyers attack to the left. Peterson smashes it in the corner for a kill. Jamie Peterson has her fourth kill, 24-16.
Yeah, nice shot. She's not been having a great night yet. That's her fourth kill in 2 errors. She's hitting .222. For her, that's really down.
4.2 kills per set last season, second in the A-10, and a .307 career-high hitting percentage. Demps fields the serve. They go back to her on the right, and she tools the block of Peterson for the set winner. 25-16. The Badgers are up 1-0.
Really nice serve received by Demps with her hands in the right front position. They targeted her, went after her. She took it with her hands, put it on Hilly's head right at the net, and Hilly gave it right back to her. She had a nice tool off the left side blocker's left hand and out of bounds.
Well, after the first set, it's the Badgers up.
Player, and if they can keep her in check, if the Badgers can keep her in check, then this will be a quick night.
So Wisconsin trying for a 4-0 record this season. Badgers beat Dayton last night in 3 sets. Tim Horsman at Dayton, by the way, needs just one more win to reach 300 career wins at Dayton. His career path is pretty interesting. It's 2 stints of coaching at Dayton from 2003 to 2007. Then it was Kelly Sheffield who took over the program, and then when Sheffield left for 2013's season, Horsman, who had left for Maryland, was still coaching at Maryland, then came back to Dayton starting in 2014. Here's Dinda back to serve. Goes at Barnes. Wisconsin finds Robinson, who ricochets it around the defense in the back row and gets her first kill of the evening.
Yeah, nice swing on the right side by Robinson over the high seam between the two blockers, deflected off the defender out of bounds.
We talked about those 4 Wisconsin Badgers without a hitting error. That was Demps, Redke, Hart, and Loberg. The least amount of attempts by Redke at 4. She's 3 of 4. And then there was Robinson, who had 2 hitting errors and no kills up until that last swing. Wisconsin serves back row. Dayton handles. Sant to Peterson, a punch. Barnes underneath it. Hilly with the bump set. Over to Loberg on the left side. Push back. Hilly saves it. Barnes grabs it. Bump set. Offhand tap by Loberg. Here comes Dayton from the back row. Roll shot down. Almodovar down in the back row, just past the 10-foot line.
Only one blocker up. Recchi was the only blocker who got up on that backcourt attack, but she took an off-speed shot. She didn't bang it, but off-speed shot, roll shot in front of Hilly. Hilly sprawled out, couldn't quite pop it up. We're actually sorry there was Ashburn on that one.
1-1. Second set, Chivitas pass off to the right. It's going to be handled by Loberg with the bump set. Redke pounds it for the kill. How about Loberg with an assist? Redke gets the kill.
Yeah, really nice job that time. Barnes kind of shanked it to the left. Loberg had to set the ball. She set it to the right, almost to the right front to Recchi, but Recchi off 2 feet, just kind of waited for the high set. Planted, 2-step approach, and cut it sharp cross court.
Now Boyer steps back to serve. It is 2-1. Wisconsin on top. Boyer fires one to the left back. Sant's on the run. Sets to Peterson into the Bucky block. Can't get it by that Wisconsin wall. 3-1.
Retke is doing a nice job tonight, getting to the outside and then getting her hands across the net and pressing before the attacker swings at the ball, and she got Peterson that time straight down.
Here comes Wisconsin. It's Boyer. To the right, no blockers there with the swing by Yates right off Barnes. Just fires one right at Barnes. She did all she could to try to pop it up.
Yeah, Demps got caught watching the play on the other side for some reason that she just guessed it was going to go to the outside, and she didn't even get up and chase that slide down. So nice job by Dayton that time, fooling the Badgers and pointing inside out.
Okay, Peterson steps back behind the line. Led this team in aces with 32 a year ago. Finds Demps. Back to Demps. She'll hang in the air. Roll it over the block. Diving save. Collins backwards. Bumping a free ball to Bucky. Hilly jump sets it. Back set over to Retke. Gets it off the top of the tape, and it's saved by Dayton. Now swinging into the net was Peterson from the back row. Just trying to make something out of nothing was the Flyers outside hitter. It's 4-2.
Right. Middle blocker had to try to set the ball for Dayton, and she used her platform, just popped it up to the deep court, tried to get Peterson to swing, but she was pretty off balance trying to get to that ball and hit it in the net.
Now Barnes steps back to serve again for the Badgers. Naperville, Illinois, it's Lauren Barnes. She'll go to the far side corner. And an attack in the center works for Dayton. It was Yates, the 6'6" redshirt freshman, part of the A-10 all-rookie team last year.
Yeah, nice swing by Yates. They ran the 31 that time. They really hadn't been doing that much, and so they're trying to push the middle a little bit more in this set.
Here's Collins. To Demps on the left back to Jade. She'll take off. Cut shot goes off Collins for the kill. So there's Jade Demps. Like I mentioned, 8 kills last night. She's up to 5 tonight.
Yeah, that's an elite swing right there. They're targeting her on the serve, and she didn't pass it great, but she pretty much guaranteed Hilly could only go out to her, which is great, and she finished it off with a sharp cross-court kill.
Hilly floats it to the left corner. It's near the net. Smrek is now into the match. She tries to tap it over, and there's a back row attack called against Dayton, and that'll be a point for the Badgers.
Yeah, on this call, the setter for Dayton's coming out of the back row, and the ball was over the plane of the net. Smrek did a good job going after it, which then contacted the setter, which was a back row attack then.
Hilly's short serve at the 10-foot line down the left sideline. Here's Almodovar, tries to rattle through the block, but Hilly's in the backcourt to grab it left side. Demps hacks at it. Almodovar grabs it. Setter dump. Barnes scoops it up. Here's Hilly setting it up. There's Smrek taking care of the rest. That's the freshman Anna Smrek, the 6'9" freshman with the kill.
And that's a veteran setter with Hilly, trying to find the new kid on the court. Get her some balls, get her comfortable, make her feel good out there.
7-3 score, Wisconsin. Over Dayton in the second set. The Badgers won the first set. Almodovar tries to push it into the block with 2 hands, and it's denied. Back to Dayton. Now she'll try to roll it over the block. Demps has the save. Robinson gets the setup. Dayton sends it back. Wisconsin with the setter dump. Right hand over pass by Collins, and there is Robinson with a huge right hand, cracking it down to the court for a kill.
Yeah, Dayton was just scrambling to keep the ball in play, and their last contact put it right over the net to Robinson, and she hammered it.
Scrappy volleyball there on that rally, but the Badgers end up now with a 5-point advantage. Here's Dayton in the center. Count it. Net call against the Badgers, stopping a 4-0 Badgers rally.
Yep, the attack was out of bounds, but Smrek went in the net, just kind of pressed over the net a little bit too far, caught it with her forearms.
Aaliyah Swink, grad student for the Flyers. Right hand into the net. 9-4 Wisconsin. It's back up to a 5-point lead.
Yeah, it's nice to see a different player in the middle there, just get some reps in and get comfortable on the court. Smrek is doing well so far.
Chivita still looking for her first ace tonight. Goes at Collins, spins it up front. Sant with the back set to the right side. Blocked by Wisconsin. Smrek and Loberg team up to stop the shot by Moore.
Yeah, Moore kind of overran that ball on the slide. She was out there, and the setter got pushed way forward about the 8-foot line, and she wasn't able to get it all the way out to her, which caused her to swing cross-court right into the block.
6-point lead for Bucky. Almodovar's line drive pass goes to Sands. She somehow got it to Peterson in the back row. Badgers scrambling, but they grab it. Then Loberg goes long with her attack, kind of like that inside part of the net on the left side.
And when Hilly has to dig the ball, the other Badgers are doing a good job taking the next contact and just trying to set it high outside. And Loberg had a chance at a swing at that when she just sailed it long.
Serve goes out. Almodovar with a service error for Dayton.
Yeah, we say it all the time. It seems like Dayton especially can't afford those balls going out of bounds, but they've got to push and try to get Wisconsin out of their offense with a tough serve.
As Grigorski comes in to serve for Wisconsin. Grigorski from Appleton, Wisconsin, the redshirt sophomore. Once again, no Yulia Orjo for the Badgers. Again, missing her second straight match. A freshman who had double figures in kills in the first 2 matches of the Badgers season. Didn't play last night, not playing tonight. Out of system after the Grigorski serve. Here comes Wisconsin after the free ball, and there's Dana Redke right in the middle, smashing it down. For a Badgers kill, it's 12-5.
Hey, good for Grigorski this time. She had a nice serve, and Dayton was not able to run their offense. Got a free ball back to the Badgers. She passed the ball to the net. Nice, easy play. And then a nice swing out of the middle of cross court to the left.
For Kelly, ever since he came to Madison. So there's some connections between these two teams. 12-5, Wisconsin on top. Here's Grigorski. Did she get the line? She did not. It goes out of bounds.
Well, each time she gets on the court, she's learning a little bit more. Last night she got in, made a service error. This time she got a point and a pass from serving and then made 1 error out of bounds on the serve. So each time she'll get in there, she'll do a little bit better.
Six-point lead for the Badgers, trying to go up 2-0. Flyers back to serve. Here's Dinda. Going at Chivitas, pass off to the right, chased down by Hilly. She gets a bump set to the right pin, and Robinson with a hard hit. Flyers have it. Left side, swing into the block. Wisconsin grabs it back row. Here's Loberg, touches the hands, deep back row, guided up front. Swing in the center by Moore. Push back, tap back over. The Badgers go to Robinson, and there's a double contact. And I could see you out of the corner of my eye shaking your head. You knew it right away.
Yeah, Barnes tried to go with her hands and just kind of chucked it. You can just see that ball hit one hand and then the other. The official called it right away. It's funny, they'll let the setters get away with that these days, but anyone else they call pretty quickly.
Barnes sprawling out on serve receive. It's an overpass and it's slapped down by Yates.
Yeah, nice serve that time by Dayton. Barnes had to flatten out just to pop that one up, and then Yates did a good job finishing it off. At 6'6", pretty easy for her up there.
Into the net, service error by the Dayton Flyers. Wisconsin leading by a score of 13-8.
Dayton's kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back with the service errors that have been kind of hurting this side especially.
Here's Ashburn, an ace, 3 digs, and 2 assists so far. The junior from the state of Minnesota. Played high school volleyball with Sydney Hilly, and her serve has Dayton out of system. It forces a free ball. Gap set over to Loberg, hits it deep, and it's dug out. Peterson tips. Chivita waits for it, scoops it up front. Right side, Redke takes care of the rest as she bounces off the block for a Badgers point. Wisconsin up by a score of 14-8.
It's a nice line attack by Redke that time. She went down the line against Peterson, who's a big blocker up there at 6'4". Just caught her left forearm and out of bounds.
There's Ashburn again. An ace for Izzy. Right off Swink on the left back as Ashburn records another one for the Badgers.
Yeah, Ashburn's got a nasty serve up there. If anybody could sit behind the serve like the passers are and watch that thing move side to side, you can tell how tough it is for those passers to keep it in play.
Led the Badgers with 22 aces last year. Her freshman season had 47 aces for Wisconsin, and now Dayton out of system again. Hilly back sets right side. Redke sliding in with the dig. Good one by Swink. Peterson smashes it right at Barnes. Hilly tries the setter dump. Picked up Dayton in the middle. That's Yates. Barnes with a diving dig. Hilly, high ball, right side. Redke got it. Will it drop? Dayton keeping it off the floor. Nope, they won't. Trying for that third attempt, but unsuccessful was Peterson, and Wisconsin wins the rally.
Yeah, nice hustle that time. A lot of defenders, especially Barnes, was over there flying around. And actually both sides of the net, they were flying all over the place. Wisconsin's just really doing a nice job of keeping Peterson in check. She's got 4 kills, 4 errors right now. She's hitting 0, and she's their top attacker. Normally, not tonight.
Wisconsin on a 4-0 run, doubling up the Dayton Flyers right now. UW won the first set 25-16. Here's Izzy. Fires one in to the left back. Yates had to reach for that set. Turns out to be a soft shot. Now a wide slide by Redke as she takes those long strides to the pin and smashes it off the block.
Yeah, that was not a good set that time by Dayton. The setter just tried to go for the slide behind, but it just got pulled off the net maybe 6-8 feet, which is really hard for a slide attacker to see it over her left shoulder, which resulted in a free ball to the Badgers and another slide to Redke and a kill and excited fans. 5-0
Wisconsin run, 17-8. Bucky in the second set over Dayton. Thanks to the Dana Redke kill. Back after this, you're listening to Wisconsin Badger Volleyball. Set, Wisconsin hitting 348 in this set. Dayton hitting 045. This after Wisconsin captured the first set 25-16. Following the Dayton timeout, still Ashburn behind the service line. Grazes the top of the tape. Dayton handles, taps over. Badgers grab it. Ashburn sets it. Left side, Lohberg slams into the block, and it goes out of bounds. It's a point for Wisconsin. It's a 6-0 run.
Yeah, good high swing by Lohberg, a little bit cross court, and the middle blocker for Dayton was late getting there off her hands. Cross court out of bounds.
10-point lead now for Wisconsin. That's an ace in the corner. Ashburn serving up an ace. It's 19-8.
She had been zipping her serves a little shorter, and when that went long, the whole Dayton passing crew thought it was going deep and sailing out of bounds, but it didn't. Just dropped within a foot of the end line. Great serve.
3 aces for Ashburn in this match. At Swink, got a system. Dayton bump set. Peterson flies into the Bucky block, pushed back. Flyers cover. Peterson goes down the line. Ashburn stopped it. Chivita grabs it. Backwards bump and a free ball to the Flyers. Left side, Peterson slams it to stop a 7-0 run. Near side corner, it's in. 19-9, but the Badgers doing some damage there on that scoring run.
Yeah, one of the few times Dayton was given a free ball and they could do something with it. Nice tempo to the outside of Peterson. She found the seam in the block and went down the line. Nice shot.
This is Sant. There's Chivita. Funnels it up ahead. There's Lohberg. Smashes it for a kill. Lohberg has 4 kills now for the Badgers, and Wisconsin is taking it to the Flyers.
Yeah, she's starting to heat up a little bit. She had 14 kills, now it's 15, attempts before that. Most of the Badgers, but her hitting was down, so now it's 4 kills, 1 error, so she's picking it up a little bit.
Now another tough server for this Flyers team to deal with. It's Jocelyn Boyer. Boyer gets an ace. Pass was shanked off to the left, out of bounds, and down to the floor. Second ace tonight for Boyer.
Yeah, the Badger servers is just starting to tee off on Dayton right now. They're just feeling really comfortable back there and going after them, and Dayton's struggling enough where they're just really losing confidence in what they're doing.
Badgers now have 5 aces as a team tonight. They came into this weekend with 16 aces as a team. Line drive pass, setter dump, Sant, little touch setter dump up and over the net and down.
Yeah, it was a fast pass coming to the net, and she just kind of encouraged it over, just, you know, below the net even, but then over the top down in front of Hilly. And nice shot.
Wisconsin now with a total of, do the math here, 25 aces this season. And they've been aced by opponents just 2 times, and that happened in last night's match. Depps lofts it up front on a great pass. Then Redke slams it, and it deflects back and just past the end line out of bounds. And I mean, just past that back line, 22-10.
I'll tell you what the Badger bench is cheering about is that Demps took Peterson's best serve and just put it right on the money. And they were just so excited for her to take a tough serve like that. And put it right on target.
Fantastic pass, which set up everything running. Here's Barnes. Quick set, middle, punched over by Yates, deep and down. 22-11, but the Badgers are in control of the second set.
Yeah, they've done well with that 31 now. This time it's Smrek in there trying to shuffle her feet over and get her hands up there, but she wasn't able to, and Yates, nice kill.
There's Collins with Wisconsin needing 3 points for a 2-0 lead in this match. Back set. Here's Anna Smrek with a hit, touches the block, saved by Dayton. Now Almodovar goes down the line and goes out of bounds. 2 more for a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, she just missed that one, a little left out of bounds down the line. But good job by Smrek, just keeping, getting over there and closing the block up.
Hilly goes back right at Swink. Tapped over by Dayton in the middle, but it's saved. Here's Demps up and over the block, back row dig. Flyers grab it, hawk it, hits it, cut shot, fading away out of bounds. Then Demps takes a big swing at it, back row, and it's picked up. Flyers bring it back into the middle of the court. There's Peterson, there's Hilly, there's a net call, and there's a point for Dayton. Wisconsin was in the net.
Yeah, it's Smrek again. I mean, she's working extra hard, but there's also that fine line between working too hard and put your arms, swatting your arms and hitting the net.
Anna Smrek, the 6'9" freshman out of Canada.
And at her height, she doesn't have to do much swatting.
No.
She just straightens her arms out and presses across the net. She's going to get a few blocks.
The size on this Badger team is ridiculous. Overpass, and there is more in the middle. Getting it off the Badgers' poor passing.
Yeah, you rarely see even one player of their height, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", on any roster across the country, much less 2, much less 3.
The shortest of the group is Julia Wohlert at 6'7". Then it's Dana at 6'8". Then it's Smrek at 6'9". With a hard pound, and it's going to fall down, and right on cue, the freshman delivers one. Set point, 24-13.
Yeah, nice alert play just to finish things off there at the end. She got a swing out of it on the 31, and Dayton wasn't able to bring it back across the net.
Set point here in the second. A reminder, our intermission interview is coming up next. Had a chance earlier this week to catch up with freshman Julia Orjo, who is not playing in this series against Dayton. There's Chivita. Going to the right back. Sant, high setup, back row. Peterson smashes it. So Jamie Peterson now has 7 kills, tied for the team high for Dayton.
Yeah, she's starting to heat up a little bit now. She had a slow start in the first set. She's starting to come on in the second. And the third set is when Dayton came on totally last night.
Leah Hawken comes back to serve for the Flyers. With her team down by 10, it's set point. Fans on their feet at the field house. Out of bounds. Service error ends the second set. And the second-ranked Badgers are up 2-0 on the Flyers.
I'm sure the Dayton coaching staff isn't liking that. That's how they finished last night's third set, and now this set, just serving, having the serve and hitting it out of bounds. Free point to the Badgers.
Wisconsin up 2-0 over Dayton. We'll be back with our intermission interview in 60 seconds with freshman Julia Orjo. That's next. You're listening to Wisconsin Badger Volleyball. Underway as Dayton gets a kill right in the middle thanks to Moore. Badgers hitting .404 in this match. Dayton hitting .157 overall. Good couple of first sets here for Wisconsin.
Yeah, nice pass by Dayton that time, and they kept their middle blocker Moore on the right side. She ran a quick back one. Setter found her nicely, and she hit it to the right back corner. Excuse me, Badgers left back corner.
Redke had 6 kills, by the way, in that second set. She leads all players with 9 kills and no hitting errors tonight. Here's Dayton stepping back behind the line to serve. It's Alyssa Miller. Freshman goes at Barnes, pass a tad off to the right, and then Robinson ran into Hilly, trying to get Hilly's set. And it drops down to the floor.
Yeah, the pass got pushed to the right front position. Once Hilly set it, Robinson didn't know if Hilly was going to move forward or move backwards to get out of the way, and they both picked the same spot to move to.
Serve goes to Chivita. High pass to Hilly. Didn't even move. Smrek leaps into the air, gets the high setup, and smashes it down.
Yeah, Chivita really battled that serve. It was a tough one, kind of caught her high, but she still put it right on the money, and Smrek did a good job against another big middle blocker, but she sliced it around her down.
How about that timing, too, between a freshman and Hilly as she's taken off before the ball leaves Hilly's hand. There's a tap by Almodovar, wide and out of bounds. She came in flying from the back middle. 2-2.
Yeah, uncharacteristic error by Almodovar just out of the back row. She kind of took it and threw it, but just threw it out of the bounds. Didn't throw it anywhere near the court.
Remember that hot start in the first for Almodovar. She's at 7 kills right now. There's a swing into the block, and she rattles it off the block. I think that's Peterson on the left. Real quick, back to Almodovar. What'd she have in that first set? 6 kills in the first. She had 1 kill in the second.
Yeah, she's really slowed down where Peterson's heating up more, where Peterson's just took her over as the kill leader with 8 kills now, but only hitting 182 for Peterson and 158 for Almodovar.
3-2, Dayton on top. There's the setter, Sant, right into the middle of the net. She stands about 10 feet from the end line and doesn't run up or jump, just standing float.
I just know Coach Horsman's over on the bench just thinking, oh man, you're killing me over here. It's like, you know, we're right there and we keep making these service errors, and he's almost looking down the bench at his other setter, Nichols, thinking maybe she'll be going in. We'll see.
Dayton runs a slide. Underneath it, Izzy Ashburn. Left side, Loberg pops one off the block. It's back to the Badgers. Hilly, bump set. Sideline to sideline. Smash Loberg. Dugout Collins. Dayton attacks Peterson. Push back. Flyers grab it. Peterson tips it over the block. Ashburn comes in and flies in. Overpass. Back row Almodovar. Ashburn again with the save. Redirected by Loberg on the second ball. Dayton has it to the right side. Hits the top of the block. Hilly to Izzy. To Loberg. Left pin, and it's long. Out of bounds, but what about that defensive effort by Ashburn a couple of times on that series?
Oh, that's a highlight video for defense by Ashburn that time. Probably 4 different plays, and then she set the last ball, which was a nice one, out to Loberg. And Loberg just hit it high and deep out of bounds.
You could tell Grace was disappointed. She wanted to smash that one and give that to Izzy. Here is Hart down the left sideline. Dayton retrieves it. Collins calls for it. Backwards bump and a free ball. Hilly, here's Grace. Rattles it right off the block. Chips it off the block for Loberg. And it's a point to the Badgers.
That was a better swing by Loberg. A really nice set by by Hilly. Just a fast set to the outside, and she came in with a nice rhythm and caught the middle blocker as she was traveling out.
4-4 here in the third set. Wisconsin trying for the sweep of Dayton here on this Friday night. Boyer served on the right sideline, spinning pass up front, poked in the middle, pushed back, and it's off of Dayton and down. Is that Hilly getting her hands on that in the middle?
Yeah, a little bit Hart, a little bit Hilly. They both converged for the close in on the 31 there. Both got their hands on it, put it down.
2 service aces tonight for Boyer. Second on the Badgers behind Ashburn's 3. Left side, Almodovar into the block. Right-fisted save inside the 10-foot line by one of the Flyers defenders. There's Hawken. Save by the Badgers, bringing it back in play with Hilly, and it's put over on a free ball. Dayton has it. Back row Peterson off Ashburn. So Jamie Peterson now has 9 kills, a team high for Dayton.
Dayton does a nice job using both their outside attackers out of the back row, usually out of the pipe position, middle back. Where a lot of Big Ten teams don't do that, and that's really something they're good at because those are their 2 best players. They're comfortable anywhere.
Barnes over to Hilly, to Demps on the left, and she's able to tool the block for the kill. So Jade Demps records her 6th kill. That's second most on the Badgers tonight.
Yeah, she tooled it off Hawk on the right side. Hawken kind of reached out a little bit towards Demps instead of squaring up and get her feet out to the antenna. And once it hit her hands, it was only going to go out of bounds.
Here's Hart. Deep and out. Flyers players calling for that one to stay away from it. 6-6.
I know the Badger staff is trying to get hard a few more serves in there. And that's the challenge, is when you're working really hard in the 3 rotations of the front row to get back there and calm yourself down enough to get it in, but still make it tough enough so it's not an easy ball for the passers.
Here comes Wisconsin. Hilly over to Smrek with a rocket right off Peterson in the back row. This is a good match for Anna Smrek. The freshman has a career high in kills. That was number 4.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've really seen her hit a slide, and she had some nice power on that ball. Tough to defend. Middle back tried to do it, just ricocheted off her.
Hilly goes to the right back. Pass off to the right out of system. Hard smash to the back row. Barnes stops it. Hilly with the bump set. Demps leaps into the air at the 10-foot line. Sends one back row to Collins. Dayton attacks to the right, and popping it long was Moore on the slide attack. It goes out of bounds, and the Badgers lead it by 2 here in this 3rd set.
Right idea by Dayton and running the slide to Moore, but Moore had a 1-on-1 with Demps, and she just hit it long out of bounds.
Amelia Moore had 4 kills last night for the Flyers. Here's the serve by Wisconsin. There's a joust at the net. It's over on the Badger side. Demps goes down the far sideline. Save Dayton. Back row Peterson out. Peterson getting her swings. A-10 player of the year the last 2 seasons. She has 9 kills and 5 errors.
Yeah, I think that back row attack wasn't where Peterson was expecting it. She had to kind of shift her approach. And timeout. I don't think they're challenging. Yeah, they are. Wonder if they're reviewing a touch at the net on the back row attack, because it definitely went long. Yeah,
challenging whether or not there was a touch at the net. So the previous play is under review. All right, taking a look at this. Really hard to tell from that net cam right by the chair official.
It didn't look like any Badgers were in the net. Let's see it again. I think they're all pretty far away from the net. Demps is over there a little bit. I don't see the net moving, don't see a touch. But again, sometimes when the officials can't see anything either, they've got 6 different camera angles, but if they can't see it, they can't change the call either from whatever it is. So we'll see what they say this time. I don't know. I would say that's still the Badgers' ball. That would be my guess.
Yeah, from what we've seen, again, I believe that will be Wisconsin's point. That call should stand. Seeing
it's
this,
a much different view.
If they could zoom in on that view from the baseline.
Yeah.
It's whether or not, so basically whether or not Smrek touched it.
Right. Her left fingertips possibly got it. Nope.
Call stands. We got one. We have fist bump.
One win, 3 losses on our guesses on the.
That's 2 wins, isn't that the
2?
second?
2 now.
Are you keeping track anymore?
Well.
Did you lose the paper?
Might have gotten misplaced. Got it all right here. Steel trap.
All right.
We split on some decisions, so those might be what you're thinking about, because you beat me twice on those.
Okay. There's the serve by Wisconsin. Almodovar goes long, but was there a touch? And Dayton once again claiming, are they going to use another challenge? Tim Horsman gets up, and here's another challenge.
He's really got to trust his players, but at this point, they're down 6-10, and they're grasping for straws.
All right, well, the previous play is under review. We get another chance. Right now, score stands 10-6. We'll see this replay now.
Well, I didn't see any fingers flick back or anything. And the ball didn't look like it changed direction.
This baseline view now, whether or not.
Almost looks like it went through Smrek's hands.
Once again, I think there's not going to be enough evidence for this one. I think the call is going to stand, but
let's see this.
Watching another replay here at the field house.
We just can't see enough, but I would say it stays with the Badgers.
Okay. So that play is under review now.
So you think currently we are?
I think it's 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
I thought we won our first last night.
If we get this one, then we would be even up at 3 and 3 for our guesses.
Let's go. So they're still taking a look at it. Remind you that Badger Volleyball presented by GHC Group Health Cooperative this season. And you can always listen to Badger Volleyball on the iHeart Radio app. Just listen to U100.9 in Madison or on the app U100.9 Wisconsin Badger Volleyball. Tonight also on BTN Plus. All right, so the down official
It's taking a while.
Taking a while. I mean, it's impossible to tell.
Yeah, that end line view, like you said, if they are able to zoom in on it, and I know that these, the Badgers
stands. We are back to 500, Pete.
Back in the game, John. 3-3.
Took a couple of weekends, working our way back here. 10-6 rather is your score. Wisconsin leads in the third, trying for the sweep of Dayton this evening. Here's the All-American setter, Big Ten setter of the week, Sydney Hilly. She and Retke gaining some honors from the conference this week. Retke was named the player of the week. Almodovar goes at Barnes. Taps it up front to Hilly. Ooh, some miscommunication on the setup to Smack. Tried a little underhand tap, but whiffed on it, so it's a point to Dayton.
Yeah, and that happens sometimes with an attacker, especially middle attacker who's not been in there a lot. The timing between she and Hilly is a little tough, and Hilly thought she was a little closer to her than she was.
Wisconsin attacks to the left pin. Yep, Devin Robinson with the kill.
Yeah, nice strong attack by Robinson. Not one of her best nights. She's gotten 11 attempts now, but she's, I think, just got, 3 kills. 3 kills, 3 errors.
Chivita serves, overpass, Loberg smashes, Dayton grabs it, Sant sets it, left side, Peterson through the block. It's down to the floor. Peterson from the left pin for Dayton. She must be close to double figures now. 10 kills.
Yep, she's getting up there. And again, we're seeing a sub here. I thought, on Dayton.
So Dayton will be serving. It'll be Alyssa Miller. She's a freshman out of the state of Kansas. Helped her high school team to a state title. Was the 6A Kansas Player of the Year. Now she's in to serve against Wisconsin. Goes at Barnes. Lofts it forward. Hilly sets it to the left side. A tap by Loberg. Dayton will deliver a free ball. Hilly's watching it. Setting it. Loberg smashing it. Down cross court for a kill. Grace got it, number 6 tonight.
Yeah, Dayton tried to do a double sub and get a bigger block in there, but it really didn't make a difference. Tried to get a bigger block on the right side. They switched their small setter out, but after losing 1 point, they just put it right back in.
Retke leads the Badgers with 9 kills, then it's Demps and Loberg with 6, and there's a service error into the net by Wisconsin.
Dayton still hanging in there early in this set.
12-9, Wisconsin leading. Badgers won the first set, 25-16, 25-14, Wisconsin a winner in the second. Here's Sant, standing float, over the top of the tape. Barnes spins it to Hilly, back sets it to Robinson, right side, deep cross court. Saved by Almodovar, she claps her hands. Second ball touch, back to Almodovar, back row blocked by Wisconsin. Almodovar tried it from the back row, but the Badgers waiting up front.
Yeah, and that was a tough one because she shanked it out of bounds first, and then they were chasing the ball down towards the bench, had a bump set it back to her, and she had to wait so long it meant the block was totally waiting the whole time for her. And the Badgers are ready, and they put that block down.
3 aces for Ashburn. Will she get number 4? Almodovar handles it, but they're out of system. Back to Lexi. There's a save by Chivita, easy one. And Hart runs the slide and gets the kill. Hart, who had 13 kills in that matchup against Baylor without a hitting error. Had a nice match last night for the Badgers when she went for 7 kills against Dayton. Now Hart has 4 with no hitting errors tonight. Service error, Ashburn.
And right before she served that, I was going to say that last point was all about Ashburn's serve, that she took Dayton out of their offense. Badgers got a free ball, then Hart benefited by it and getting the score.
Chivita, high pass to Hilly, a great one up front. Hart on the right, overpass, joust back to the Badgers. Hilly to the left side this time. There's Loberg reaching for it, dug out, shoved on the second ball. Chivita got it, Barnes got it, backwards bump, free ball Dayton. Wisconsin kept it alive. Sant to the left, Almodovar powers one through the Badgers block on the left pin. And it's 14-11. Yeah. Wisconsin still has the lead.
Almodovar had been struggling quite a bit. Now that's her 8th kill, but she's only hitting 0.77. That was the best swing we've seen her take for a while, since yesterday, I think. Just she finally got a great approach at it, went confidently, swung and tooled it through the block and to the deep line.
Slight delay here as Peterson spins the volleyball in her left hand, waiting to serve. Now we're ready. And it's in for an ace. Deep as Chivita ducked out of the way.
And that's the thing about her jump floater is it's not a just a floater. It's got that little snap on it. Got some topspin, which pulls it down to the court.
Chivita, tight pass. Hilly setter dump on the line. Got it. She throws it at the left sideline after that tight pass by her teammate, Georgia.
Yeah, really smart dump by Hilly. A lot of times setters will dump to the center court, so the wings, the two defenders, will come in tight, but when she knows they're doing that, and I've seen her go center before, she'll flip it behind her head more towards the sideline. Nice dump.
15-12, Wisconsin leading. Third set, trying to close it out tonight in 3. Sant, back sets, right side, Hawken, long, point Wisconsin. So for Dayton, that is hitting error number 21 tonight. They had 16 last night.
Well, they just cannot get anything out of their right side hitters. That's the second one who's been in these 2 nights. And neither of them have done well. Just something they're going to have to improve as the season goes on.
Boyer. Picked up by Dayton. Sant to Almodovar. She smashes down the line, but goes out of bounds. There was no touch up front. And now Wisconsin is holding, I don't want to say on cruise control, not necessarily like they're being lazy or anything like that, but they're doing well.
Yep. Yesterday, the third set is when they felt they should have put the hammer down and just kept Dayton down and kept a big point spread. So I think this is their goal. That's why they took so long at the timeout to say, this is it. Finish them off.
Collins, serve, receive. Back row attack, put right at Barnes. Wisconsin grabs it. Demps reaches, taps over the block. Almodovar has the save. Dayton attacks Peterson. Yep. Right in front of Ashburn and Boyer on the back right. And Dayton gets that one down by 4.
That was a great swing out of the back row attack by Peterson. Badgers had 3 people up, but I just don't think the outsides, and maybe it was Hilly, didn't reach in and close the hole with Hart there with her left hand.
Here's Collins, leans into it, grazed the net on the serve, but the Badgers handle. Then Demps winds up into the block, and it's denied. Hilly tries again. Take it again, Jade. That one, it's dug out back row. Saved high into the air. Almodovar tries to swipe off the block, but the Badgers having none of that on the right side, denying the 5'8" hitter. 18-13.
Yeah, really tight, high set, and Almodovar just took off too early and was trying to hang up there and do something with it, but was on her way down, and Hilly just blocked it down.
Hart has been able to go behind the service line all weekend so far, looking for an out-of-system serve that time. There's Almodovar cross court. She got the line. Right in front of Kelly Sheffield. He looks to his
the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying, coach, that might have been out.
They weren't very adamant about their response to Sheffield as he kind of looked at him, pointed, well, what do you think? We'll see a challenge.
Yeah, they're challenging whether it was in or out. From here, it looked wide. We'll see if the replay gives us anything.
Well, Boyer was my first reaction I watched as Jocelyn kind of gave some sort of, I can't believe that call look on her face, but I mean, that also could have been interpreted as I can't believe that was in too, like, oh man. And as we're watching the replay,
of course it's far away for us.
Oh, that looked in.
Did look in. The replay did look in. What are we calling here?
Oh, that was quick.
Well, we couldn't even make a call on it, but we both agreed it looked in. But
did they even look? How did that happen so quickly?
That's how easy it was to see. Obviously, she didn't need to look at any more angles.
That took like 10 seconds.
No, Coach Sheffield look at the bench and say, "Hey, you just made me waste a review here."
That was a very fast review. I'd love to hear what Sheffield just told the down official. It looked, listen, she's wearing a mask, but it looked like she had a smile on her face. You could tell through the eyes. Here's Demps with a tap. Dayton grabs it, back row Peterson, underneath it Ashburn. Hilly setter dump, flings it over, saved by Collins, smashed down in the middle by Moore. Dayton gets the point, to 15, and the Badgers lead is down to 3.
Yeah, strong attack by Moore there in the transition and hitting a kind of a 21-31 right in there, but between the middle blockers. And that's, you know, Smrek, as tall as she is, she's got to keep her hands high. I have a feeling she's dropping them down as she's moving a little bit. And so even for a tall player, she's got to get him up above the net before the attacker.
Three-point Wisconsin lead. Serve goes to Boyer. Hilly has to bump set it. Demps with an open hand smash, but it's saved back row by Dayton. Free ball to Wisconsin. Izzy to Hilly to Demps, who takes off and clobbers it down. All alone on the left pin. Do not leave Demps alone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Dayton setter was thinking. She was pinching in, she was assuming, she was thinking for Hilly, thinking, I think she's setting it backwards. So she came across the net for a tip or something, and she just left her blocking position wide open.
19-15, Wisconsin on top, needing 6 more for the sweep this evening. Hilly goes left sideline. Sant quick set middle, and it's slapped down. Moore's having a pretty decent night, it seems. That's the 7th kill off 12 swings with 3 errors.
Well, they know Wisconsin's got a less experienced middle blocker in there, and they're attacking her and challenging her and seeing if she can block them. And so far, Smrek has not been able to do it.
Boyer on serve receive on the left back. Nice high pass to Hilly. Flying in there is Robinson. Saved. Dayton setter dump popped up and down by Hilly. Setter dump works for Dayton. 19-17. It's a 2-point score in the third. Will we see the student section help cheer on the Badgers like they did last night in the third?
The whole crowd's coming alive a little bit here, but a little deja vu from yesterday. This is right where Dayton started making their surge.
Almodovar goes to Boyer, sliding in. The pass goes up front. The slam goes down by Robinson on the left.
Yeah, nice attack there, and a nice fast set by Hilly. Nice pass, first of all, so they could hold the middle. Then set over the top of the middle of the outside of Robinson. She had the small setter on her and just crushed it cross court.
Just the 4th kill tonight for Devin Robinson as Chivita steps back to serve for Wisconsin. Once again, she's still looking for that first ace of the night. Now would be a great time. Nope, Sant grabs the pass in the middle, tapped, and once again, there's more. That's 8 kills now. She's hitting over 330.
Yep, and then I'll start it with a pass. Dayton's starting to pass a little bit better, getting the ball on center court, so the setter has some options with a quick set, and Moore very smart that time. Instead of trying to crush it, she had 2 blockers on her, and she just tipped it to her right to a very tough corner in the zone 4 over there. Barnes could not come up with the line and get it.
Amelia Moore now 8 kills, 385. The attack percentage, service, error, Dayton. It was by Alyssa Miller. And what's interesting about that is when the fans started getting loud a couple of points ago, I glanced at the Dayton bench, and there was number 8, Miller, kind of giving it, come on, let's go, to the crowd. And then she comes in with the service error after a little bit of noise. Here's Barnes. Sant on the run. To the left, Peterson smash. Loberg there. Robinson down far corner. Takes a hack at it. Why not? 22-18. Bucky in the third.
Yeah, that replay. Peterson crushed across court, and Loberg had been coming across for an off-speed shot and just about took her head off, but she got her hands up, popped it up, and then Robinson, great shot to the deep cross court.
Barnes to the left back. Sant to Peterson. Barnes stops it. Hilly sets it. Robinson got it off one defender. Saved, brought back in play. Free ball coming to Wisconsin. Dayton still trying to get all their players back on the court, and Hart goes wide. There was at least 4 players. The 5th was running back onto the court when it was coming back to Wisconsin side, and the 6th player was still trying to make her way back onto the court.
Yeah, Peterson went and chased that ball down off the sideline, and then in this gym, you know that wood floor ends at a certain point. You've got a 3-inch drop down, and I think she kind of slid off that onto the concrete, so she was really late getting back to the court.
Dayton, just like last night, playing really tough right now in this third set. It's 22-19 Wisconsin. Hilly over to Devin. Yep, pounds it. They need some kills, and they start feeding the sophomore Robinson, and she's eating it up. 23-19.
She crushed that ball. Great set by Hilly, and then she crushed it 12-foot line. The right back tried to dig it, but just shanked it over to the scorer's table.
And one of the Badgers' best servers now steps behind the line, with the Badgers needing 2 points for the sweep this evening. Here's Izzy Ashburn. spinning pass forces a bump set. Left side, Hawken got this tool shot. The freshman right off the Badgers block. It's just a 3 points set right now.
Yeah, good swing by Hawken there, just off Hilly's right hand and out of bounds.
Just a 3-point lead for the Badgers here in the third. Dayton rifles one into Chivita. Hilly backstats. Yeah, there is Hart. Snap of the wrist. Down to the court. We've reached match point tonight.
Yeah, a bit of a seam in the block. Middle blocker wasn't able to get over there very well, and Almodovar is not very tall, so easy swing for Hart on the slide, and you feel.
Match point at 24-20. Fans here at the historic UW Fieldhouse on their feet. Bucky Badger clapping. He's ready. Here's Boyer serving, shoved forward. Over to Almodovar. Stuff blocked by Wisconsin. And the defense at the net ends it tonight. 25-20. And the second-ranked Badgers are 4-0 this year.
That always feels good to finish a match with a stuff block like that. Hilly, great job blocking, went right down on Almodovar's head, and then towards the end line. So nice finish by the Badgers tonight, not so close as last night.
25-16, 25-14, and 25-20.